Here we go for the first part of the mid-season CBLOL final preview. And let's learn a little bit about INTZ, the CBLOL first seed. INTZ is a fairly new team. It's created in 2014, so it's less than 1 year ago. The original roster already had Young in the top lane, Talkers in the mid lane, Jokester as a support, Mikon as an AD carry, and they used to have Djokovic as a jungler before he got replaced by Revolta in December. Those players came from different teams which were not considered the best in Brazil. So when 2 months after they qualified for the CBLOL quarter-final of last year, it was already a good surprise for them, and no one was surprised when they lost against Pain. They were a second-tier team, they kept being second-tier, and they kept being until they recruited Revolta. So who is Revolta? Revolta was playing with CNB in last year's playoff and managed to beat Pain in the semi-finals, so he went to the final of last year's CBLOL and almost made it to the world stage. But instead it's Kaboom who won it, and you know the story of Alliance and everything. After that he played for KD. So he's a good player, he's very well known, he has a lot of experience, and him coming with INTZ was actually a big deal and changed a lot of things. So they were a second tier team, and up until Revolta came, INTZ became amazing. So this season INTZ was amazing. Out of 14 games, they lost only 2 games, and those 2 games were lost against KD and Pain, which are very strong teams, and it ended up in a draw. And after the regular season, they were first seed in a draw with KD. So there was a tiebreaker, and they won the tiebreaker against KD. So after that they went to the semi-final, and there they beat Pain Gaming 3-0. Now, beating Pain Gaming 3-0 is not an easy task, so arriving in the final after beating Pain Gaming 3-0 is very good for INTZ, and that's why everyone considers them as a very good team in Brazil. Now let's talk a little bit about their playstyle. Their playstyle revolves around very coordinated attacks. They are very coordinated, they are used to play together, and Revolta adapted very well with this team. They are also used to have Jokester, which is the support, to leave the bot lane and to roam very early. So they are not really playing with 1 top, 1 mid, 2 bots and a jungler. They are more playing like 1 top, which is Young, 1 mid, which is Talkers, Mikon alone in the bot lane, and then Jokester and Revolta together roaming the map and trying to create plays. So they have very good solo players that manage to get the lane where it needs to be, and then to allow Jokester and Revolta to make plays happen. So this is their playstyle, this is who they are, this is INTZ, and I believe now we can go and discover a little bit more about KD. Yeah, let's go.